Yeah.
But they have these, they're called pancake bites, so they're like little balls of dough, but inside you can get different flavorings, you know?
Okay.
So those are amazing. The really cool thing about it that I like, though, is that you can write. They just like have writing everywhere on the wall, right? Like, so it's just like kind of, I don't know, like a hipster breakfast spot, I guess. But I went into the bathroom.
Shit. We should include like a section of the show that's just us talking about breakfast.
We should.
I'm down, and then we can.
Hey, it's waffle time! It's waffle time! Won't you have some waffles of mine?
It's the waffle time bit.
It's waffle time. It's waffle time. But yeah. Anyway, go on with the
all right.
pancake
So I love the pancakes. I went to the bathroom because that's what I do sometimes, and on the wall it said, "Listen to the Taco Tuesday podcast at Taco Tuesday Pod." And I was like, "Oh shit, we've got fans in Columbus."
No shit.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I thought you wrote that.
I did write that, but
God damn it! I've been set up.
Gotcha.
I was like, "Oh shit!"
But I was like, I always thought, like, you know, when you see stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that's kind of a cheap way. But I was like, I'm going to take listeners any way I can. You know, if you're asking me to write on the wall and there's nothing on this wall,
right? I will make this an advertisement.
Yeah, I'm going to do it because I'm probably not going to get anybody. But if I get one,
hey,
I don't know how advertising works, but I'm going to try it.
Right? Are you in here making? Go on your phone and follow us on Twitter. Yeah.
Hey, not doing anything while you're pooping?
Right.
Check us out.
Right. Making Doocy Fruits? Now, so I don't know, just seeing the outside stuff, like the news come up in my Google feed of like everybody on Facebook is losing their mind. Is like, I'm not on Facebook, so I can't gauge if that's true or not, but I figured you might know like a little bit more since you're on there more often than I am.
About what? I totally didn't listen to whatever you said.
Right, because you're on Facebook. Well, Snapchat right now.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Was this a test? Were you fucking testing me, dude?
Hell yeah, girl. You fucking failed.
God damn it.
Yeah. So, the contest. And then what I was going to say was now if people out there like, you know, oh, I don't know where to listen to you guys at. You can listen to us in so many avenues now.
Very many avenues.
You can find us on Spreaker. That's speaker with an R thrown in the middle in there like a garnish. We're also on Castbox. We're on iHeartRadio. Go. And then we're on the Google Play Music Store, as well as Podcast Addict. And now we're also on Spotify.
What?
Yeah. We're on Spotify in this motherfucker.
We fucking made it.
Right. We don't have to do anything else.
Do we have like 1 million followers? How did we get on Spotify?
I was notified about it. I was like, hey, you know you're on Spotify now? I go, what? I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I went and looked and went,
oh my god!
I about freaked out. So, yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like, we don't have the amount of followers that, say, the Nerdist podcast has, or now the ID10T podcast has. But
I've never heard of either of those podcasts.
Yeah, forgive me. My cohort is not big on podcasts. Doesn't listen to a lot of them.
No, I like talking. That's it. I don't like
one,
listening to other people talk.
It's one of the good ones.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Nerdist, is that one person?
It's Chris Hardwick.
Okay.
And then Matt Myra and Jonah Ray.
Okay.
It started off with the three of them. Now it's every episode has been Chris Hardwick and Jonah Ray and Matt Myra kind of step in every once in a while when they're not, because Jonah Ray he became the new host of Mystery Science Theater.
Okay, I've never seen that.
Are you shitting me,
dude? I'm not cultured. All right,
I guess. And then Matt Myra. He's a comedy writer. He's been on he's been a writer on The Goldbergs.
Okay,
the show.
Never heard of it.
God, you hate America. And he's also got another show. It's like a talk show Forgive me. I want to say it's Sidekick is the name of the show. It's Sidekick with Matt Myra. And his guest that he has on the show, they become the host, and he becomes their sidekick.
Oh.
Like, he becomes their Ed McMahon, basically.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, but, yeah, Chris Hardwick is on it every episode and interviews a new celebrity, or they have what they call hostfuls.
Hostfuls?
With the sister wives, they call themselves.
Okay.
Chris Hardwick and Jonah Ray and Matt Myra.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a fun little show. I started listening to it, and it kind of made me want to do this.
Really?
Yeah.
So I was listening. I got a recommendation of a comedian. Never heard of him, but I checked him out. Super funny dude. His name's Adam Caton Holland.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that he had said something about, talking on his podcast about something, like about some joke, like a more detailed version of a joke that he had told on stage. And I thought that he had threw out the name Nerdist, and I was like, oh, that's his podcast. But I guess either I heard it wrong or he's just fibbing.
Yeah,
he's just a big lion sack of shit.
No, Nerdist and the whole. Have you heard of Nerdist Industries?
Nope.
No? Wow. You hate everything.
I live in a box, my man.
You do. You live in a bubble. A Bublé. A Michael Bublé, if you will. What the hell? What do you got?
Sorry, I'm showing Brandon something. Can you read those two words?
Aging titties? We interrupt this episode to read off aging titties. No, so... Nerdist Industries
sorry.
Nerdist Industries was started by Chris Hardwick.
Okay.
And then from that...
Who is Chris Hardwick?
Wow. Wow, you're shitting on my life right now.
Oh.
Chris Hardwick...
I know who he is.
Oh, fucking with me. I was about to say, you're going to make me cry.
I mean, I don't follow him, but I know who he is.
Yeah, okay. All right, so... With that, Jesus.
Brandon's going to die an early death.
Yeah, my head's going to explode. How do you know nothing of this? But yeah, so Chris Hardwick started Nerdist Industries with another business partner.
Gotcha.
And then from that sprung the Nerdist podcast. Actually, I want to say that he started the Nerdist podcast first.
Okay.
And then started Nerdist Industries with a business partner.
All right.
And then after a while, built this thing up, and it basically got to what he felt was the precipice or the peak.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to start something new. Like, this is as far as I want to go with it or can go with it.
Okay.
I'm going to sell off my side of it and just start something anew.
All right.
And with that, I forget exactly how it went, but Chris Hardwick couldn't keep the Nerdist name, so he decided to start anew with ID10T podcast, which he still kept all the catalog of Nerdist episodes, but it just changed the name for the new episodes.
I see.
So it just kind of bled over into this new one. And funny story, before I had my Twitter handle that I have now, at Boris the ID10T, I actually had Boris the Idiot spelled out all on Twitter, and somewhere along the way, I got locked out of that account. Like, I went in there and I tried to log in, and it's like, you forgot your password. Like, okay. Going to forget password, and then I went to tell it to send the new password, or the rigmarole that it sends to your email to, like, okay, let's go through that so that I can get a new password and be logged into my account. I saw that it wasn't actually sending it back to my account. It was sending it to somebody else's.
Oh, shit.
So I got hacked, and they got my account, and they got my Twitter handle with that, which I was pissed about because it took me a while to think of that.
Yeah.
So in order
Wait, it took you a while to think of Boris the Idiot?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. So, or decide that, if you will.
Okay.
And then, so from that, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Shit. So I still want to keep the Boris the Idiot handle.
Right.
But how do I change it up to make it like, okay, I'll do Boris the ID10T on Twitter. And then shortly after that, Chris Hardwick's like, I'm going to do the ID10T festival. Like, okay, cool. Like, that's neat. And then I didn't think about it after a while. I was like, wait a minute. ID10T festival on Boris the Idiot, ID10T. Fuck. Like, everybody's going to assume, like, oh, you got it from him. Like, shit, no, damn it. Like, it's already bad enough that it's like, I started a podcast because I was influenced by this guy to do that. Now I'm on Twitter as Boris the Idiot. And he's like, I've got the ID10T festival as well as the ID10 podcast. Like, shit. Everybody's just going to think that I'm leeching. And that was not my intention. If anything, if anybody out there listening knows how to help me get my original Twitter handle back, please let me know. Because I've emailed Twitter and said, hey, I think I got hacked. And they're like, all right, sir. We just need this information. I was like, yeah, it's not sending the new password to my current email. It's sending it to the email that's associated with the Boris the Idiot Twitter handle now, which is not mine because I got hacked. And they're like, oh, well, it looks here that we can't give you a password because that's not your account. I know, asshole. Listen. Yeah, so it just keeps... It's a vicious cycle where I cannot get back into my original Twitter handle.
Think about what you're doing to real hardworking Americans, hackers.
Yeah, goddammit. I worked all of 25 seconds to come up with that Twitter handle, and you shit it away by why couldn't you just get in and make my credit better? Huh? No,
that's what people need to do.
Right. If a hacker got into my credit, they could only make it better. That's the only way.
Right.
So
yeah, I got denied for like a credit card to get new tires on my car because they're like, hey, we've got tires for your car. It'll be $700, and I was like, nope. And he was like, well, do you want to apply for a credit card to see if you can get it financed? And I was like, sure, yeah, that's fine. And I filled out the information, and within a minute, they're like, nope. And then I got a letter from him saying why I couldn't get approved for this credit card. I was like, I know why I can't get approved for the credit card.
You don't have to rub it in.
Mean about it. Like,
right.
I only did it because the guy offered to let me do it.
Yeah. No, they gotta let you know by law. They have to let you know why they turned you down.
I know.
Yeah. So
it's like, don't fucking remind me. Like, don't remind me of my bad decisions.
Right, dickhead.
All right. So we
Kmart just emailed me.
Fuck Kmart.
I knew, that's why I brought it up. I knew you'd have disdain for Kmart. Yeah. So one thing that kind of made me giggle is that Steven Spielberg was quoted as saying that Netflix films should not be allowed at the Cannes Film Festival, which is a big... I'm assuming you've never heard of the Cannes Film Festival.
I have heard of that.
Okay, all right.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank Jesus. Steven Spielberg said that Netflix films shouldn't be up or shouldn't be qualified to be considered for the Cannes Film Festival. And then
Spielberg?
Yeah, Steven Spielberg.
Well, isn't it like an amateur thing? Don't they?
No.
Only do, I thought it was.
No.
I thought that was the thing. I thought it was like people who are like on the precipice of making it get to submit their films. I didn't think it was like a professional.
No. Cannes Film Festival is like the biggest of the big. Yeah.
Okay. See,
and,
I guess they probably have like an amateur division, right? Like,
yeah.
do, like,
well, every film festival does.
See, I thought it was this was just like a premiere festival to like help people get their workout.
No, this is like you'll see George Clooney and Brad Pitt and all the big stars at it and all that shit. But Steven Spielberg said that Netflix films shouldn't be considered, and then Ready Player One comes out and it's getting mixed reviews.
Yeah,
and they've already been.
Did Spielberg make that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there have already been a couple reviews that have said maybe Steven Spielberg's new stuff shouldn't be eligible to go to Cannes either. Like, oh